in the chat box and addressing them accordingly. Just to kind of give you an idea of the impact of what these guys are doing. They through their education, through the training and education I received through them, I was able to make a $49 investment and turn it into $15,000. And I can screenshot the evidence of that. I've been able to take a $5,000 investment and turn it into $25,000 in a matter of 3 months. So, you know, even though these are not, there's some exceptions, you know, to this, and it's everyone are not going to encounter or experience some of the same benefits, but in order to be able to get the full understanding about trading, how to research a trade prior to trading, this is what you're going to learn today. So thank you very much. All right, my man, Real. People are still coming in. All right.
All right. Hey, Ty, you gonna pull up your screen?
I was gonna see if you was gonna do it. You can do it. Hold on, Jason. Hey, everybody that's on this on our live trading class, we're actually on another Zoom link. The Zoom link is inside the live trading class. If you guys want to jump on there, it's me, Jason, Dante, and Chris on that other link. So if you guys want to, that's on a live trading class, go to that other link. We're all on that link.
Tomorrow's
put that link in, I don't see it.
All right, I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Thank you.
All right, Jason, we're waiting on you.
All right. I think the participant screen sharing.
And while we're waiting, everyone, this is being recorded, so we'll load it up on the inCity Magazine's YouTube page. So everyone who RSVP today will get a link to the recording, so that if there's anything that you missed or you want to review or share with others, feel free to do so.
All right. I do believe that the screen sharing is disabled. So if you can enable the screen sharing.
Share screen. All right. Let's see.
So you go into security and then just check off participants can share screen.
Okay. 1 second. Does that work for you?
No, go to like your Zoom, the menu, and you're gonna see options along the bottom, and it's gonna say like security. And then in those options, you will be able to enable screen sharing.
Actually, you can do it under where you shared your screen, the green button. There should be a drop down button next to that.
All right.
It'll give that option in there. You don't have to go all the way back up to your security to do it.
About to miss a move too, Jason. Oh, on a 5 minute.
Which move you took?
That M pattern.
The M pattern. Yeah. So I just caught 17. I saw the W. Now it was a small scalp because price did break the swing low with that big move to the downside. Now there was an imbalance created below there, but it gave a W off of the 30-minute key line before it gave this M pattern to the downside. So the M pattern just played out. I didn't have, do you have a key line that this came off of? I don't see a 15, no. 30.
30-minute key line right there.
Yeah, 30-minute key line.
You should be able to share your screen.
All right, let's go ahead and get this. Let's see, share screen. All right, so I'm just gonna pull up my other account. So here we are. So this was the 30 that I was talking about, and as we were talking, there was a W that had set up. Saw this little kangaroo tail coming off in the 5-minute, and then this W right here. So I took this move, just took this move. This paid out like 17 points off of that move. But this is something that we do every morning. Bulls and Bears trading group. I do have my mentors on the call, Mr. Christopher Holt and Mr. Dante Howard. And just through our supply and demand strategy and method, this is how we trade. So each key line or each colored line represents a particular key line. So if I go to my 4-hour key line, you can see here, this represents a 4-hour zone. All right, the red represents a 1-hour key line. The white represents a 30-minute key line. All right, so notice.
Jason,
Yeah, yes.
This is Chris. Real quick, there are many people here who are very, very green to this. So if you could explain some of the things as far as the key line and also maybe the candlestick, the valley and peaks, you know, as you're, if you could, if you don't mind.
So you want me to get on here and teach? All right, no problem. No problem. All right, let me just give you a little background history, or just to introduce myself. My name is Jason Moore, originally from New Jersey. I currently live in Atlanta, Georgia, where I am a 5th grade teacher. The pandemic created just this sense of I need to get out here and kind of venture out on my own and believe in myself. So this year is my last year as a teacher. I will be a full-time trader come May 25th. And I have been with Bulls and Bears for the last almost a year now. June 1st of 2020, I joined this group. And in less than a year, I am confident enough in my trading ability to quit. Not, I don't want to say quit, but to leave the teaching profession and become a full-time trader. So I met Ty through Bulls and Bears, and this is something that we do every morning in our live trading room. So this method, this strategy that we use, the supply and demand strategy, this is something that I did not create. This was the teaching of Christopher Holt and Dante Howard. So I give them all the credit to my success. Now, with that being said, we notice on my screen, right, I don't have any indicators. All right, Bulls and Bears is a naked. We trade naked, meaning that we don't have any indicators. We trade price action patterns. And what that simply means is simply that we look at the candlesticks, and based on the pattern of the candlestick, all right, I'm going to go ahead and annotate on the screen. All right, here's what I mean by the candlestick. Red represents a bear candlestick. The green represents a bull candlestick. All right. So based on the formation of the candlestick patterns.
Jason, hold for 1 second. Also, you need to tell them like the red candle means the market is going down. The green candle means the market is going up. He said there's some people who've never looked at charts before.
All right.
Yeah, and also explain and Real does this so powerfully. And not taking anything away from you, Jason, but Real is who I actually learned under a couple years back, was the explanation of the bulls and the bears.
All right, no problem.
Thank you.
So all right, so let's go all the way back. Let's do this 101. All right. So when I'm referring to a bear candle, that means that the market is going down. So when you think about a bear in nature, in the wild, when a bear attacks, it swipes with its paws going down. All right. That's how we look at the candlestick. This is a bear candlestick. So we're expecting price to go down, or the market is going down. When you think about a bull and how a bull attacks, it swipes with its horns going up. All right. So the green candle represents the market going up. The red candle represents the market going down. All right. So hence the terms bull candle and bear candle. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So with that in mind, now just going back to our supply and demand. All right. In the market, you may hear terms like support and resistance. All right. Support is where price is being supported. All right. So think of support as the floor. Okay, where an area in the market where price is not going below. And then think of resistance as an area in the market where price is not going above. All right. People who use support and resistance, all right, often and many times they get faked out by the market and the institutions who actually control the market. All right. What we have been able to implement with bulls and bears is a different strategy known as our supply and our demand zones. All right. Supply and demand. So think of it like this. When you have a large supply of something, all right, when you have a large supply of something, what can you do with that supply to earn profit? You can sell it. All right, you can sell it. So we have a simple concept. When price comes up to our supply zones, we are looking to sell off. Now, when there is a huge demand for something, all right, what do consumers or individuals do? All right, they want to buy it up. So when price comes down to our demand zones, all right, we like to buy. And that is the simple concept behind bulls and bears. And there are supply and demand zones in every single time frame. Daily supply and demand, weekly supply and demand, 4 hours supply and demand, 1 hour in every single time frame. All right. So with that being said, I'm gonna pass this off. Brother Dante, do you want to fill in, since you were the one
you got it.
Kind of coached me through this?
You got it, sir.
All right.
I'll jump back and forth with you too, Jason.
No problem.
But for now, the market's about to open in 5 minutes. So we trade for real. So we trying to make our money for the day. So we might be going a little bit fast, but that's the main, that's why you guys, to get like a little more thorough education, just log on to our group, Bulls and Bears, and register there. bullsandbearstradinggroup.com.
Yeah, there's a lot of information here, and we have a class that I teach every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, between the hours of 6 to about 8:15, where we go over our core foundations. Usually during this time, All right, this is really our get money time. Like we are just focused on the market, and we call out price action patterns based on um, how price is interacting with our demand and supply zones. So as we can see right now, I'm in the 4-hour time frame. All right, and if you look at this bear candle, we see that the market printed a bear candle and price came down to my 4-hour demand zone. All right. Now also the next candle is going to close. This is MT5, but the next in MT4, the next 4-hour candle will close at 10 o'clock. So I'm going to switch over real quick, and I'm going to share my other screen. Right. This was
Also
easy.
another reason. Also another reason we're doing this is so you guys. There's a lot of people out there that say they know how to trade and this, that, and the third. So we just want you guys to see like this in real time, how we calling out these trades and how we catching these moves. So you can see the difference between, you know, all these people that say they could trade and versus somebody actually doing it right in front of you. Because a lot of people won't trade live in front of you. I'll tell you that.
At all.
At all. You can see how we pretty much could predict price movement.
All right. So right now, you're going to see a huge spike in volume. All right. The equities market is about to open up in 3 minutes. All right. And a strategy that I like to use now, I like to let the market kind of settle out after opening bell. And then because in 3 minutes, we are going to see just a huge spike of volume. All right. That means like a lot of orders are going to be placed into the market, and you're going to see the market either go up or go down in a very strong move, either to the upside or to the downside. So we like to, around this time, like between 9:15 and 9:30. Personally, I'm not making trades. All right. We let the market kind of settle out. And then after the market settles out, and then the 4-hour candle closes at 10 o'clock. All right. We go from there to make our moves. Now, I have specific trading hours. All right. I trade from 8 to 12 o'clock. After 12 o'clock, my day is done. Trading for me has been the ultimate equalizer. And as I say this, we got about 2 more minutes. And what I mean by that is that, you know, usually people are either cash rich and time poor, or time poor and cash rich. All right. Trading can allow the best of both worlds. All right. You can make your money for the day in a short period of time, and then you could get on and do what you want to do in your life. Very seldomly do we see the best of both worlds, and this vehicle can take one from point A to point B in a short period of time. Now, I do want you to understand, you know, it's not going to happen overnight. I have been trading for 4 years, but what I can say is that since I've been with Bulls and Bears, my trading philosophy and strategy has just gone to the next level. And I really owe a lot to the group. So we have 1 more minute before the market opens up.
All right. Yep. And Jason, you got a 5-minute imbalance above price.
Okay. So 5-minute imbalance. All right. So what that's simply, what Ty's referring to, there is an excess of sell orders in this area. All right. You can see the market from here to here, there was an excess of sell orders. So that simply means that the bulls did not have an equal opportunity to get into the market in this space right here. So that's what he's referring to when it comes to a 5-minute imbalance. There is an imbalance in price.
All right, Jason, can you just give them an idea? Because some people think that when you trade, you can only buy and hold. What are the two different ways that you can generate money while trading,
Oh,
like day trading?
man, you can buy and you can sell. All right. Last night I took a trade that went over 100 points, and I saw this price action pattern. I'm gonna point it out to everybody. Annotate right here. This is a price action pattern that we like to call. Some people call it a tweezer top. Others may call it a railroad. But this price action pattern right here, I took this last night, and I set a pending order. I saw a 30-minute railroad. All right, that means that I was expecting price to go down. All right, a 30-minute bearish railroad off of my 4-hour key line. And this is a price action pattern that that we look to take price. In this case, we were looking to take price to the downside. So here I caught a lovely sell down to my 1-hour key line. I woke up this morning 107 points in profit.
You might have to explain what that means to sell something, because most people, when they think about in the market, they think you can only buy and it has to go up and then you sell. How can you make money when the market goes down?
Well, why don't you go ahead and explain that? I think,
No, sir.
I
No,
think
sir.
you did a lovely job explaining that.
So look,
actually, Tyrell, you explain it, sir.
I got you. So there's a difference between investing and trading, right? Investing, people are pretty much buying and they're holding. In trading, we're extracting money from the market every day. So we place either buy orders or sell orders. Every time you place a trade, you have someone on the other end willing to take that order. So whether you're buying, there's somebody going to sell, your broker's going to sell you a buy contract. If you're selling, they're going to sell you a sell contract because someone's going to buy it at a lower price from you. So we make money whether the market goes up or down. It doesn't matter to us. So one of the things we like to trade is something called imbalances. As Jason explained earlier, is that imbalance in price. Price typically moves from either key line or zone to zone. And a lot of times they fill those areas of imbalance. So as you can see, when the market just opened up, we have a 5-minute imbalance above price. Right now, price is working its way to the zero of that imbalance. And we're just waiting for the market to settle down before we start making our final determinations on what we're going to take. We're just really looking for a price action pattern. So I don't know, maybe what, another 10 minutes? You think we could get something, Jason?
Yeah, I mean, we take what the market gives us, like that's just one of the things. We trade price action patterns and we take what the market gives us. So right now we're just gonna let prices settle out and 840, 945. But typically, Ty, I'm telling you, man, my strategy has been lately, 10 o'clock, 4-hour candle closes, and then we generally begin to see a move. I used to be super aggressive in my trades, and the key to trading, right, is it's going to be three things. It's going to be discipline. All right. You have to be disciplined in your approach. You have to be consistent, and then you also have to have the belief that you can be a phenomenal trader. So the hardest aspect behind trading that I'm gonna tell anyone and everyone is it's not the technical. It's not reading the price action patterns. It is the beast within yourself, the discipline behind it, knowing when to take your money, knowing when to cut your losses, knowing when not to get into a trade, or we like to call it chase a trade. That's the hard part behind trading. Brother Tamam.
Jason, this is Chris, man. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Either Jason or Real, if you could also speak on, there's a lot of questions about what platform, people should use to trade on. If you could speak on that, and then also speak on how important, before making a trade, how important research is.
No, see, that's what I'm saying. For us, we trade price action patterns. So we don't care what the news is talking about. We don't care what they're talking about on CNBC. We are price action traders. So we rely on our data from these candlesticks to make our determination on what we're going to do. So we don't listen to the talking heads on TV.
Okay, perfect. Could you also speak on what platform?
Got you.
So, you know, different people also using, you know, you hear a lot about they're using things from their phone, such as like Coinbase.
I got you.
Using
so
Robinhood.
So we trade for real. We don't use those apps. We don't use Robinhood, none of that. We got your broker. The brokers we like to use between CoinX, Hugo's Way. I think there's another one, KOT.
We use Ninja. Ninja as a platform. Some people use Thinkorswim with TD Ameritrade. That part doesn't matter as much. We actually like to use offshore brokers because it gives you leverage. But leverage is defined solely as whatever amount of money you have in your account. Offshore brokers are able to multiply whatever you have, sometimes 500 to 1 in your account, allow you to trade against that. Now, I want to be honest with you. There is no way we can teach everything y'all need to know in one session in the morning. And I don't even think we should even try. Like, I just took a trade just now, by the way. I just took the trade up off of 15-minute imbalance. I just took it up. I'm up right now.
So you see that imbalance he's talking about? That box that he has above price? We were anticipating price to move at least up to the 50% of that box. If you see where he has a line at, if we get a price action pattern from there, we might take it back down or expect it to go to the what we call a 100 imbalance, which is all the way to the top. But like you said, we're just really going to be trading live. We're going to be calling out stuff and giving y'all some gems along the way. But the main purpose is for you guys to see that you're actually on the phone or online with people that actually do this for a living, actually making money, and not just, you know, reading things from a PowerPoint to try to teach you. So to get a full lesson,
real quick, we're waiting on to make it for the 10 o'clock point. Could you type in some of those platforms? There was a question. I think it was going pretty swift. Can you type in some of those platforms to trade on?
Yeah, so
I'm typing them in. I'm typing them in now, Jason.
No,
perfect, thank you.
And as he's typing, I'll just go ahead. Platforms and brokers are two different things. You know, CoinX is a broker, is my broker. The platform that I'm using on this particular screen is MT4, MetaTrader 4. Now MetaTrader has also upgraded to MetaTrader 5 that I think I may switch over to. They have a few different features. So you have MetaTrader 4, you have MetaTrader 5, you have the Ninja platform, you have Thinkorswim platform, and these are just different platforms that you can trade on. Now your broker is going to be the person where you have your account with. And there are tons of different brokers out there. The current broker that I have right now, you can see up on my screen, is CoinX. I know other people use Ninja is a broker as well as a platform. Ty, what do you use?
I use CoinX and Hugo's Way.
And Hugo's Way.
And Thinkorswim.
And Thinkorswim. I do options on Thinkorswim. So, fellas, which is the best one? That's up to your own little personal preference, but we mostly use CoinX and Hugo's Way.
As far as platforms for a beginner, based on the account, the value that you're going to be starting with, if you're looking at an account that's less than $2,000 to $3,000, you need to stick with MT4 or MT5. If you're coming with more than that, then you can look at your Ninja Traders, Thinkorswim, these different things, because they're traded differently, which you'll learn these different things when you start taking these classes. understanding how different brokers, U.S. brokers, how different foreign brokers pay out. So it is different. So I would definitely say if you're coming in to start trading in your account with less than $2,000-3,000, you need to stick with MT4 or 5. Either one, doesn't matter.
All right, let's get to it.
Let's do it.
So Jason, we're just gonna do this like we do our regular morning class. I mean, our regular live trade session. So like we said, if you guys, for a formal trading, we have videos up for you guys to learn the strategies on the website. You just gotta log into Bulls and Bears Trading Group and register. And everything is 100% free. We do it for the culture.
Yo, and I'm a brag on my boy Jason real quick. So Jason met us about a year ago, and prior to him meeting us, you know, he was he's in Atlanta, so he was what is that, APS Teacher of the Year or something like that. And I told this guy, he's like, man, I love teaching students and this and that. I told this guy, I said, you're gonna quit your job, bro, if you work with me for 6 months. I promise you. Within probably about like 4 or 5 months, he hit me one day. He was like, look, bro, I just made my salary and my wife's salary for the week this morning. We only trade like 3-4 hours every day. And I said, well, congratulations. He's like, yo, I'm gonna quit my job. I didn't believe him. And so, and then he sent me I guess a message, an email that showed that he had put in his papers for retirement, I guess, right? And Chris and I were like, yo, well, we're gonna celebrate. So if y'all want to come kick it with us, we're taking Jason to Aruba May 25th. The day he logs off on Zoom. The day he logs off on Zoom, we get on the flight. May 25th, we on the flight. And we celebrate all our people like that. We got a few people right now. We got about 22 people that have quit their jobs and they trade full time with us. And every one of these people, you know, we don't charge to teach, but what we do is we ask that you teach somebody else. And I'm sitting here, I see these other groups on here where you guys trade. We would also, you know, we don't mind swapping ideas with you guys, but we want it to be free, man. We want to be able to empower people that look like us to take themselves to the next level. Because I think we kind of got to a point where we didn't even realize that money to us, we didn't really appreciate or evaluate the way that other people do. I didn't realize how much helping somebody make an extra $300 a day would change their life. Because we make a lot of money trading. We didn't realize that until we have a couple of our members are like, yo, I just literally I made an extra $1,000 this month. I was able to do these things for my family. And so we were like, how can we charge a single mother who got 2 jobs? How can I charge her? Information should be free. And so we set out on this campaign to help 1,000 families learn how to do this. We haven't reached our goal yet, but we will, and probably beyond that. And, you know, if you guys are serious about learning to trade, you know, we're here for you, period. Even the people that already got other trading academies, you know, I would love to do like a trading challenge, you know, where we do like a friendly competition.
Let's get it, Trade Wars.
We appreciate you guys. Thank you.
You see that railroad off the what's that, the 15 minute?
I mean, you know what? I'm still in that trade, bro.
I'm in that already.
Yeah, I'm in it. Yeah, I'm still in it, bro. What you talking about? You know I'm in it.
Yeah, so I'm just, you know, it was one day, and you know, I was like, man, I'm gonna take a chance on myself. But the confirmation, my principal said, I don't know what ticked her off, but she said, y'all better be lucky y'all got a job. And that's all I needed to hear. All right, that was all I needed to hear. I'm not sure what triggered her to say that, but you know, I'm
Oh,
turning
you got
40.
buy signal. I'm sorry, keep going, Jason.
No,
I'm just going.
Bro, I'm already in the trade.
Hey, who took you guys? You took that 5-minute imbalance to go
Yeah.
up.
I took the 15 up.
Oh,
it was a
15.
15. Yeah,
Damn,
gave me
that thing went up.
like a man, come on.
Yeah, there you go.
56
Come on,
points.
baby.
Damn.
Let's ride, baby.
Here was you got no. Well,
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm done for the day. I'm out. I'm done for the day. I don't even have to get the rest of that. I'm about to go eat breakfast with my kids, man.
Yeah. That's it. 9:46. Day over. Day over. Really, when I woke up this morning, and the trade that I put in last night, that's it. That's it. I'm just on because I just really enjoy doing this. But what the market will do, it will humble you if you over trade. All right. And that's where the discipline comes in. We have a daily goal. All right. When you hit your daily goal, and for people who love trading, it's hard. It's hard for me to walk away because, you know, you get it so easy. And it's like, I want to get some more. And that's where the market will humble you. So when Brother Dante said he's done for the day, simply means he hit his daily goal. And now at 9:47, this man can enjoy his wife and his kids and live, freely throughout the day. All right. This is the lifestyle that trading can provide. And this is why
I need another. I need another 5 points and I'm done for the day.
Yo, well, I did my daily goal based off of percentage growth on my account. So I just wanted to grow by 25% today. So
25%?
Yes, sir.
Oh man.
I already told you what I was doing.
Yeah, I know.
The other day. Yeah.
I know. 25%. All right, and Brother Chris is also on here. He's the other administrator in the group. I'm pretty sure Chris is having a fabulous day as well. Keith is on the call. These are just some of the regulars in the group. Taman is on here. Taman was an engineer. Got hooked up with Bulls and Bears for I don't know how long. And said, hey, I could do this. And he also fired his job.
Yeah, it took 6 weeks for Taman. He knew nothing about trading. He never looked at a chart before and didn't know what a candlestick was. Nothing. We taught him in 6 weeks. Now, I'm not going to front. Taman worked harder than anybody I've met in our group. He sat up and he studied every day. And in 6 weeks, he left his six-figure job and he trades with us every day. And he meets us at our exotic locations when we do our trade. We call them tradecations. Where we take a vacation somewhere, we day trade in the morning, and then we play at the beach.
What is here? This is that's the imbalance there. But what did this come?
Taman, how long did it take for you to like be realistic? How long did it take for you to really get the concept of what we do and how to do it?
The basic concept, I know I caught on pretty quickly. And I really just think that's just because I learn pretty fast, and once I lock into something, I get a hold of it, and I just ask questions. So I just kind of did that, and I'm a technical guy. So when you start talking about technical things and the basic stuff, this stuff is really basic the way we teach, and once you just grab a hold of the rules, and you put them together, and then practice is going to be there. So, for me, that was the perfect setup for me, the way I learned. So, I think I just grasped it pretty quickly. But then as an engineer, I had to test it out. They kept telling me I was ready, but, I had to see for myself, testing it out and getting constant results before I actually went live. But, that's just my process. And you know, from what I noticed, being a little bit in trading, all you gotta do is, you know, you kind of lock into the system. It's really simple. You try to keep it simple, nothing complicated, and there's steps. You know, there's different strategies to use, but all in all you need is one of our strategies. You just need the foundation in one strategy, and you'd be fine. You know, and as you know, develop those strategies and the farm foundation, then you can, you know, gradually add to that, and then become better and better as you go along. But the core is, you know, you put the time in, you get a solid core, and just build from there, build a strong foundation, and just keep building from there and be able to get it. Like Jason said before, you see, we don't use indicators, we just use the raw chart. And once you learn how to read that and put this together, then you can anticipate what the market is going to do.
I'll also add to that you know, you guys have been hearing a lot of high numbers. Sometimes you get people who will throw some numbers at you. Trading is really about yourself. And I say that in terms of, you know, we have people who will enter trading, and a lot of people fail in trading because they're looking at it to say, okay, let me go ahead and make this quick money. Really, it's an internal thing. I know Jason touched on this a little bit earlier, but when you're looking at building an account, it's not about necessarily saying, okay, I started my account with whatever hundreds of dollars and created this multi-$1,000 account, and you get somebody new coming in saying, oh, I can do that too. Yes, you can do that, but you really need to come into this with the mindset of understanding that this is a skill. It's not something that is, and it's not a slight on any of you guys, don't take it that way. I'm just saying in terms, I really want people to understand that when you come into trading, you really need to understand how to develop your skill. Part of that skill is developing your discipline to stay within a certain risk tolerance of the amount of money that you have, so that you don't blow your account up, because just as quick as you can make it, you can lose it. And I'm one that will be back and forth with everybody I talk to about that, because these guys will tell you, they'll sometimes call me the voice of God, because I'll come in and say, well, hey, okay, you reach your goal for the day, let's move on. Because over trading is a really big thing. It is something that you have to overcome, because it can be exciting to make that kind of money. And have never.
Yeah, over trading is greed, is what it really is.
Exactly, big thing.
And I ain't gonna lie to you guys. That's my biggest problem. My biggest problem is
understand. It's about developing a skill. It takes time to develop skills. Not a quick thing for most people. It's not a quick thing. It can be quick for you, but you still need to. It's always learning, always finding out. Okay, how can I fine tune my craft? That's what this is about. And so if you don't have the time, and you're thinking, well, hey, I'm gonna do this quickly because I don't have the time, probably not for you. I'm just gonna be real about that. You must take the time to learn the skill. You must take the time to practice the skill, and you must take the time to learn how to lose trades, because in trading, part of winning is losing. And that's a hard thing for people to grasp. Like, oh, okay, I'm going to lose. Yes, you are going to lose trades. But what protects you is understanding how to keep your risk in check, your risk tolerance in check, so that when you're taking a trade, it's not going to blow you up, because it's within your parameters of your account. It's a part of it. Yeah, but that's all I got.
That was a very insightful information. Thanks for sharing it.
And that's one thing I like to add to that, is that, you know, you can't teach experience. So when you try to go too fast, you need some experience. You can't teach experience. You still got to have the experience, and you know, once you have the skills to develop skills. So this is going to take time. You can't, you know, there's no way around that. That just takes time.
Now, something I got to answer this though. Chris and I, we strongly believe that anybody can do this. Like our oldest student right now is what, she's 70, 74, 75 or something. And our youngest student is 8. So you don't have to be, I mean, although Taman is an engineer, and we've got a couple guys that are Delta airplane pilots. These are some smart guys and girls, but you don't have to be a rocket scientist to do this. We teach a very simple system that if you follow the rules, even an 8-year-old can make daily profits. That is no cap. We're not exaggerating here. We focus on our goal is peace of mind. We trade so that we can go do things that we enjoy. Period. If you guys have any questions, start sending a few questions in the chat. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about right now. Because like I said, like right now what Jason has on the screen is, it can be overwhelming to someone who's never seen charts before and doesn't know anything about trading. But we can get you to a point where all of this makes sense to you and it'll be like riding a bike. So please ask questions.
I got my 5 points.
Who's that just speaking? Was that Jason?
Yes.
No, that was done.
Oh, that was Dante.
That was Dante. Yeah.
Dante, hey, this is Chris Thomas, hosting the event. Thank you very much. And could you explain to them also briefly about the actual makeup of a candlestick and why it's actually called that and et cetera? Just kind of give a little bit of history on that.
Yeah, so it's actually, the candlestick is considered the market psychology, the groups of actually buyers and sellers. Now, from a historical standpoint, it goes back to, these are actually called Japanese candlesticks, but they come from Japanese rice traders, where these guys were able to manipulate the price of rice and able to dictate which direction the price of rice was going to go based off of these candlesticks that were created. Now, candlesticks are, I'll lay out one in particular. A red candlestick here, actually, let me do a different color. All right. A red candlestick opens at the top of this body. The red solid portion is considered the body. There's a black candlestick, what they call a wick. It's a thin line, that was the actually high of that time period for that candle. And the close of the body here is where the bearish candle closed, and we have at the very bottom is the lowest point of that candle. Now, the reason why it looks like that is because, let me type here. All right, this is the opening. Open. All right. Hi. I don't think I'm able. Can you guys see any of this text? Okay, yeah. There we go. So this is the open. Close. And all right. So to answer Mr. Thomas's question, a candle is broken down into 4 pieces. One candle is based off of a particular segment in time, based on the chart that you're looking at. Now, the chart that we're looking at here is a H1 chart, which means it's a 1-hour chart. That means that it took 1 hour to complete one of these candles on this screen. Now, I'm going to circle the candle that we're looking at and we're breaking down here. This candle that I have circled is broken into 4 different components. If it's a red candle, the opening is at the top of the body. The body is the red shaded area. The close of the candle is at the bottom of the red shaded closed body. The high of that candle is at the peak of the wick, and then the low of the candle is at the close, right? Not at the close. I wrote close. I should have put low. I apologize for that. Let me put low. All right, boom. There we go. The lower of the candle is at its lowest point that price went during that hour, right? Now, the opposite holds true on a green candle, right? We have in this case, the candles close and the high are pretty close. There's a small little wick here that would technically be the high. This is the low, and this is the body. Now, according to the Japanese, they believe that they could predict the price of any financial market based off of how the market moved during that time period. And I mean, we got books that you can read on that. The book that I like came from Steve Neeson. He's the guy that introduced Japanese candlesticks to America. Before this, we were using what they call bar charts instead of candlesticks, and it made trading a lot more difficult. Any other questions? Because I think that's all I got on the candle. Now, Jason, switch to the daily chart for me real quick.
Can you also speak about, Dante, thank you for the information about the candlestick, about the peaks and valleys as well?
Okay. So that's more of a price action thing, but we can just say peaks and valleys when price starts at one point, goes up to a high point that closes, and then it drops. If you switch to the line chart, you will see that basically it almost looks like a mountaintop, where I don't like to use the word peaks and valleys, but
whatever term you like to use. I mean, just
yeah. All right, yeah. We'll use peaks and valleys because you said it, but this would be the peak of this particular small wave here, and a valley would be here. It depends on. So one thing I would tell you this: a lot of people trade, and they have different terminology depending on which school of thought you come from. So what I think you're saying is you're focusing more on like the dips in the market, right? And the rises in the market. We call those a few different things, but we would call this the one here would be like a double top. I'll circle it here because you have two tops, but that would be like almost like a mountain range where you see price goes up, and down again. Then when it goes up and it hits its pinnacle or its peak and then drops, that will be considered what they call a peak. Here we go, peak. And then when price actually makes a move downward and then turns around and goes back up, imagine yourself driving down the mountain and then driving back up. When you drive down the mountain, you go into the valley. This will be the valley. So basically, when the market reaches a valley and gives us a price action pattern that lets us know that the market is ready to go back up to a different what we call zone, then what we would do is place a buy order. We would enter the market. Let's say if we enter the market here, I'll do it in orange, so it'll be a little different. We look to enter the market here, and when the market goes up, we take profit, or we close out our trade at the peak. What happens is you are able to close your trade and put the amount of money that price is moved based off of the number of points or pips, depending on what you're trading. There's something I need to tell you. So depending on your account size, you actually can control how much 1 point or 1 pip is worth to you. And we can go into detail about that later, and how do you calculate what you should be risking and what you need each point to be. But there are some platforms where price you can make 1 point valued at 10 cents, $1, $10, $100, $1,000, whatever. And if price goes up 100 points, like it did for Jason today, or went down, he got a TP at 100. If he was risking, and he had it set up where he was trading $100 a point, if he went up 100 points, can anybody tell me what is 100 points times $100? That's how much money he would have made this morning. Just put it in the chat. 100 points of movement times $100. Anybody? All right, well, I'll tell you.
10K.
Thanks, Keith.
10,000.
That'll be 10,000. Thank you. Thank you.
As a teacher, just add the zeros.
All right, so when we are looking at this price moving from a peak to a valley, in this situation, you would place what they call a sell order. Put this in here. You will place a sell order. All right, so when you place a sell order, the market gives you a credit for that position, and you are anticipating that the market will go down, right? The market goes down a certain number of points. Let's say in this case, the market were to go down 100 points, and you close your sell position. Basically, you're betting that the market is going to go down. You're betting against the market. And if you are correct that it does go down and you close your position, let's say you were to close your position 50 points from where you entered your sell. And let's say you were risking, I don't know, $7 a point. Can anybody tell me how much money you have earned? 50 points at $7 a point. I'll help you. 7 times 50 is $350 you would have earned. 350. Thank you, Carol. You would have earned $350. Now, a lot of people kind of get the idea, lost in translation on being able to sell in order, right? That actually took a minute for me to understand, because before I got into trading, I looked at it simply like an investment where you had to buy and hold something. You couldn't sell something before you got it. This is a little bit different. You're able to sell against the market and hope that it goes down. So, I mean, we have a formal system and a real curriculum, and I don't even know how. You guys got to ask questions, because there's so much more information. I won't be able to go through what we do in an hour session. It takes weeks.
I'm sorry, and that's funny that you said that. Just to add some light to that. When I first started trading, for the first 7-8 months, I only thought you could buy. I bought literally for the first 7 months of trading. I only bought. And I went to a conference and I was like, oh, you can sell too? Blew my mind. Blew my mind.
And I don't really, I like to talk about the stories, right? And the different people that come through our group, and whatever, everybody has a different reason on why they trade or what they have going on. But I want to focus on this important idea. there's a reason why we don't charge. We've been blessed enough to learn and understand something where we're able to make money doing it every day. And this call is a little bit different than our calls. Our calls are involved with a lot more laughing, music playing, and like we kind of kick our feet up. Now, Tyrell is probably the most serious person in our group, between him and Chris, where these guys are like, man, we live traded, man. Y'all need to stop playing. But man, I just enjoy trading so much that I have fun doing it. And we celebrate our wins. If you get in our Telegram chat, this morning, we had a few of our members celebrating trades that they placed overnight before they went to sleep and they woke up in the profit, you know. And so I don't have anything else. I would rather, I'm done. I'm literally done for the day. But I do see a move that's about to happen right now on Jason's screen.
Just to add to that point, right? That's the reason why I was all in when I met Dante and Chris, because when you get good like these two brothers, they like the price goes up. I really want you to understand that there are groups charging $500 a month, $1,000 a month. Some groups charge even as high as like $5,000 for the month with the expectation that you're going to make $10,000. All right. But Brother Dante, he said, what do I look like charging when I'm making $100 a point? And when he said that to me, just being around the trading communities and in different groups where you have to pay a fee every single month, when he said that and said, I will teach you for free, I was all in. Because when you get good, the price goes up. Trust me. Groups like ours do not come around that often, where we have a sure system and it's free teaching. So I just wanted to just to make another point to that right there. Now, Ty, I'm gonna need you to pull up your screen, because unfortunately, my last day is not till May 25th, and I have a meeting that I have to join.
All right,
So,
good.
And by the way, y'all, I do this every single day. All right, I teach. I'm like a DJ. I teach on one computer and I trade on another. So, but
all right, give me a second. Give me one second.
problem.
I'll pull it up in a second. I'm in a live trade.
But I just want to say thank you, everybody, just for your time and listening to us. We're in our Zoom room every single morning. Some of us are there as early as 7 o'clock. And some of us are there as late as 2 o'clock. Like I said,
now we do have a late shift too, though. Like there's some people that like to trade in other markets in the middle of the night, like the London market. We do have a group of people that trade during that time. So let's say if for scheduling reasons you cannot trade with us in the morning, no problem. There are people that trade 24 hours in our group. Some people, there are different sessions. There's an Asian session that happens according to Eastern Standard Time in the late afternoon, early evening, up until like 2, 3 in the morning. That's Eastern, and then goes into the London market where London opens up, and that's from let's say I normally look at London from 2:30 till about 5 or 6 a.m., which I traded that this morning. Then got up for this call with Tyrell. But you can trade that time. So you don't have to be set on a particular time. You can make time. We can help you create a strategy and a system when you will be available to trade. Now, when I meet people, the first thing I do is I go through a checklist of questions that I have of like what people want for their life. And one of the things with Jason in particular is he's been talking today. You guys have some rapport with him. He just told me he wanted to be able to spend more time with his family and his kids. And I said, well, cool. Well, let's just trade to 12 noon and be done. And this is how you're going to hit your daily goals. He has a fairly aggressive goal, more aggressive than most people. And he's going to hit his goal. He's had some weeks that he's done crazy numbers. and I'm not going to talk about his money, but it's all relative. Like we like to focus on, like Chris said earlier, helping you to be the best version of yourself. If you tell me that, hey, I only want to work 3 hours a day for the rest of my life, and I want to be able to live on the beach in Costa Rica, and the cost of living in Costa Rica is only $2,000 a month, I can show you easily how to make $500 a week, $100 a day, so you can go sit on the beach and go kick it and improve your quality of life. It's really up to you. We actually have one of our team members, what's today, 12? One of our team members is moving to, Chris, what's she moving to?
She's moving to, isn't she moving to Tulum, Mexico?
No, it's somewhere near Tulum. Playa del Carmen.
Playa del Carmen, yeah.
Yeah, she moving to Playa del Carmen and trading. You know, and her place is beautiful. She found a nice 3-bedroom like villa, like almost like a presidential suite for like, I want to say it's like $2,000 a month.
$2,000 a month.
I'm talking about with room service and everything. She just got to make $500 a week trading, and that's not difficult. I've got to go, legit got to go. So if y'all have any questions for me, please shoot them right now because I'm about to go get breakfast. Anybody, shoot them in the chat or unmute your mic, either one.
And y'all, I have to stop sharing and join this meeting.
I'll take over in a second.
All right, brother. I'm gonna stop sharing, and I will see y'all in the live chat room pretty soon.
Thanks,
y'all.
Jason.
Take care. Have a great day. No problem.
Give me 1 second, Chris.
All right.
Yo, here's the other thing I like to talk about. It's real simple. What do you have to lose right now? That's the question. What do you have to lose right now? We're not charging you. We do charge you. Let me rephrase that. We don't charge you a financial fee, but we do charge you with teaching somebody else once you learn. You are charged. But what do you have to lose? Don't tell me you don't have the time. I got somebody who just logged in. I didn't see you was on here. Sheila. Sheila told me that Sheila had to trade overnight, and she just recently switched her job where now she can trade during the day too. But she was really consumed with time. She's got a family, had a full-time job, and she was like, when am I gonna have time to learn this? And I really wasn't nice about it with her because Sheila was in what we have a little boot camp session where, we kind of push people through everything, but we kind of incentivize them. And it's like a zero tolerance, no BS. You got to come to learn and you got to come to get through the systems. A couple of my boot campers on here. And she got to the point where now she just makes money, whenever she wakes up or whenever she feels like it. But she too told me she didn't have time to really learn all this stuff. But she was still able to turn in all of her assignments because we do give assignments in the boot camp. And she has changed the trajectory of her life. Period. I know Tyrell wanted to get on here and just do a lot more live trading. But
no, this is perfect. This is perfect. It worked out perfect.
But to be in a room where we're in a room with people, we don't even know your levels, your skill levels, or like it would not help you at all if I just start saying, take this up, take this down. That's not what I think would be beneficial to you guys. So thank y'all. I did say I was leaving. I wanted to just leave that note that, you got to do something different if you want to change your life. Period. That might require you to stretch yourself, make some sacrifices, stay up late, get up early, study. I mean, some of us haven't studied since high school, right? Of anything. It's going to require some work on your part. But I will tell you it's going to be worth it. Because nothing is worth more than your freedom. That's our goal, to help break the chains of bondage that, you know, like right now, all of you guys probably have jobs, good jobs, right? But those jobs are not paying you what you work, period. And if there's anybody on here that disagrees with me, you can send me a message directly. And I can prove to you that whatever your job is paying you, you work 10 times that. Because if they can pay your salary, trust me, they are recouping a return on their investment in you. Will, we got you. Log in, boss. All you gotta do is jump in. If you lost your job recently, dial in, double down on this. Okay, if you're serious, let's go. I see Will saying he's really serious. Ty, get Will involved and let's get him going. We have a few people who've been in positions where they either left their job or were looking for a job or in between jobs, and they or they had a job where, you know, they needed more residual income because their job paid out at a net 30 or net 60, where they didn't get paid every week or every month. Join the group. What you got to lose? I'm out. I gotta go. To all of my crew, love y'all. See y'all later. Peace.
Thanks, my guy.
All right, Dante.
All right, give me a second. I'll share my screen in a second. I just hit. You know, I was trying to catch that evening start, Keith. I hear you on there. They didn't take it.
The evening star. Where was it?
It's on the 1 minute.
Oh, damn, 1 minute.
Hold on, guys. I'll share my screen in a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, I'm in. All right, let me get my screen up. Give me 1 second, everybody. I'm actually in a live trade. I'm managing a couple of different positions. I'm trying to get out of real quick.
And to everyone who's tuning in, this video is being recorded, and it's training, live trade and training, and we'll share with you the link. Our assistant will send you a link to the email address that you RSVP from, and we'll get that to you so you can review it if you missed anything. Also, remember to visit the Bulls and Bears Trading Group.com. I'm going to share that again in the chat, the website where you can register, sign up, get the extended training and more, everything they have to offer. So like we mentioned before, let's get this bag.
Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
All right, hold on, because I'm in that trade. I'm up $150 real quick, trying to get out of it.
We see your YouTube screen right now.
Oh, shit. It's not letting me out this trade. Hold on 1 second. There we go, baby. All right.
All right, we set. Hey, Chris, would you rather them to draw the Telegraph group or
Both.
both? Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
All right, so I caught this move at $23 a point. This is what we call an evening star. Went to the 100 imbalance, and I got out my trade when it hit there. I could have held it a little longer, but one of my problems with trading is greed, so I didn't want to give them the money back. How many points? $22 a point. All right, so I'm done for the day. What time is it? 10:30? Yeah. All right, so if anybody got any questions, we can go from there. Keith, did you hit your goal yet?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I'm done for the day too.
Done already. Yeah, I'm done. I'm just.
I was, yeah, I was going, but I was in there getting to this bag real quick. All right, I'm back. All right, y'all. What's up? What we doing? I can answer some questions. Anybody got any questions? Let me go check the chat and see if anybody got anything in there. Chat. Where is the chat? I can't find the chat. Oh, here we go. All right. Don't see any questions. Anybody got any questions?
All right, beginners. We put this exclusively together for you. So I'm gonna call a few.
Yeah, we good. I'm we trade for real. So when you're in the trenches, I was at $23 a point. So I had to focus real quick. Baby need new shoes. So we're open for questions. I'm pretty much finished for the day, so I could answer any questions anybody got.
Elena, Aaron, Brandon, Cara, Carolyn. If you have questions,
Don't be shy. Don't be shy.
Janet, my man John, Dupree, Joy Walton, Julius, Nina Harrison, Sheila, Stephanie. Saritha, you've been asking some questions. Go ahead. You have any questions?
Oh, I'm good. I'm still overwhelmed with everything I just heard. So
Yeah. Well, let's not be overwhelmed. So I mean, listen.
Now look,
every question is a good question. So this is a friendly zone.
Keith, I wish I stayed in that, right?
Or
You
kept
see
going.
price dropping, right? I wish I would have stayed in that. Because you know where it's going. It's going to that. I think it's going to that 4-hour key line, or was it a daily key line? What we got below price?
We got a 30-minute below.
You got a 30-minute imbalance below.
No, I mean a 30-minute key line zone.
Key line, yeah.
I use that. Yeah, there's a 30 at the bottom.
You
Price
see?
just break the low. Price broke the low, form some imbalance. You see,
But one of the main reasons we also wanted to do this with you guys, I know it's overwhelming, but like Dante said earlier, this is not something you can learn in like 2 seconds. If you go log on to our website, Bulls and Bears Trading Group, We have videos on there, and you can just watch the videos, and you can watch them over and over again as many times as you need. We do it for free. It's like what he said. I mean, we don't really like talking about money because once you start trading, then money is just, it's just whatever at that point.
There's been some questions about, we're speaking more so about trading, but then, crypto is a hot topic, right now. And, understanding the trade, itself, how does that help someone who's entering into the area of crypto?
All right. So when you become a trader, because people call me all the time, oh, did you catch the GameStop or did you catch this? We don't really care what's going on. We trade pretty much the same thing every day. We're either going to trade the NASDAQ, Keith likes trading the Dow. We trade the same thing every day. We don't go around looking for all these little hot deals. Our job is to just make money every day and keep it pushing. Does that mean every once in a while, we don't hunt some stuff down that we're anticipating? Of course, but for the most part, we trade the same thing every day so we can watch how the market moves. I see somebody saying any advice on crypto. It just depends on what you decide to do with your portfolio. If you want to be an investor and you want to buy Bitcoin, obviously you buy it, hold it. You catch some of these other little coins, like I think Dogecoin is a big one right now. You buy it, hold it, and see what it does. But for us, we're gonna extract money out of this market every day. I don't have time to wait to see what Dogecoin wants to do. So, and then one of the other reasons why we don't talk about money is because everyone is at different account sizes. So, because I wasn't as focused, I was only at $23 a point, but I could normally be at $220 a point to $350 a point. So to trade live while we got that type of money on the table is, your skill set got to really be there. So we pretty much judge our success off of how many points someone got, not really how much money they made for the day. But some of us, some of the other guys, we, of course, we talk crap to each other in our text messages. So if anybody any questions, now's a good time. Keith, I wish I stayed in this sucker. God damn.
Yep, it's
I should have stayed in that.
down.
Hey, guys.
Who's that, Sheila?
Yeah, Daniela. Hey, my name is
Daniela. Hey, Daniela.
Hey, I'm with Bulls and Bears Training Group, and I've been with them for the last 6 months. And I have been dipping and dabbling into crypto. So I would say the system that Dante and Chris teach at Bulls and Bears Trading, you are able to trade any currency, any Forex pairs, any futures. Futures would be like the NAS that we're into, the US 30, also with crypto. So the rules that they teach us and the supply and demand that they teach us in the naked Forex trading that we trade is also valid for the crypto. So me personally, I don't buy and hold any crypto, but I am trading it and watching the charts daily and getting intimate with my pair, which is BTC USD. So I do watch that, and I do use the same trading system that Dante and Chris had taught me in Bulls and Bears with my supply and demand zones, my imbalances, catching price action patterns off of my key lines. And I have been successful at trading the BTC, Neo, Ethereum, Dogecoin in that sense of just day-to-day trading versus just holding it. So the system works well in anything that you want to do, whether you want to trade Forex pair like Euro USD or UJ, which is USD JPY, or the crypto. The system works well with anything that we use here. So I just wanted to add that to what Terrell was saying. If anybody is interested in the crypto area, the system that is taught at Bulls and Bears Trading Group also works with trading crypto if that's something that you wanted to do.
Correct. What we teach, you can use with anything. So I'll give you guys a brief personal story on how we got here. I know pretty much Chris from the entertainment industry. Also, my brother Dante, I know him from the entertainment industry as well. Dante used to do a lot of parties back in the days. My company was the marketing arm for Young Jeezy, Ludacris, Rihanna, Kanye West. We did marketing campaigns for Jay-Z. I started out in corporate marketing, doing marketing for the United States Army, transitioned a little bit more into music. I started one of the first DJ crews for the South called the Super Friend DJs, which included a lot of people know Frank Ski from B103, DJ Drama. A lot of people know Mars, Trauma. The list goes on. So around 2010, the music industry was taking a turn, and I ended up opening some restaurants and just really trying to find my way because I really thought I was going to be in entertainment forever. But once digital came and it was just chaos, and I didn't want to stick around for it. So I went down the entrepreneur road. Matter of fact, one of my popular interns right now is a guy named David Shantz, who's Sleepers for Suckers, who's now a big time motivational speaker. One of my other interns is DJ Infamous. Ludacris is DJ now. Who else? I don't know if you guys are familiar with a record label called Love Renaissance. They got a guy named Tunde in there. They got Six Black, Summer Walker, Rory, a bunch of other big time people. But a lot of these guys that are pretty much executives in the music business started out underneath my wing. But I needed to figure out how to pay my bills. So I started trying to be self-taught, and all I learned was how to lose $20,000 fast. But I knew if I could just figure this thing out, you know, I know I could make some money doing it. And I just went down a path of just figuring it out, joining different organizations to learn how to trade. Me and Dante would bump into each other, and he would always tell me, I caught 100 points today, I caught this. So we finally linked back up, and I was telling him, I was like, you know, I really don't have an interest in running a trading group. I think there's a guy named Will. I think Will's on here now. He's in my trading group. There's a couple other people that were in my trading group, and I just really didn't have the interest in running it. So I told him, because people in my group would be like, why would you stop your group to go join these guys? And I was like, listen, man, one of the strategies that they taught me that added on to my trading abilities really helped me tremendously. And I would rather you guys learn it from them. So I'm transferring all the people from my trading group over to Bulls and Bears. My trading group is called Power Traders. So that's it. I feel like a lot of times as minorities, you know, everybody feels like they have to have their own thing. You know, I've been a boss for a long time. It's overrated. So I'd rather Chris and Dante do the heavy lifting, and you guys call me where you need me to fill in. And, you know, the experience has been great. One thing I like about the group the most is we got a lot of, you know, we some shit talkers, but overall, everybody's very humble. Everybody's very polite. We respectful to each other, and we just like making it fun. You know, they say I'm one of the serious ones, but we have a little campaign called the Level Up Challenge, where we're trying to hit $1 million in different trading accounts. So I'm not playing around. So my level of focus is a little different right now, but I think me and Chris, especially Chris, he's the silent assassin. He don't say much, but when you start messing up, oh, he'll definitely let you know. But anyway, so I came in, joined the group, and you know, the experience has been great. The trading style is very unique. But what I would like to say is when you come into this group, you would want to eliminate everything you thought you knew and stick to what they're teaching now. Hey, Keith, you see that? You see it touch that 30-minute key line?
Yeah, railroad.
Yeah. I'm sorry. My problem is over trading. You know, I could be up a couple of thousand for the day, texting Dante like, yo, Dante, I'm killing you. And then call him by the end of the day and be like, Dante, I gave the money back. So I got to learn how to walk away from this computer after I sting him. So that's one of my problems. But we will be there soon. So if anybody got any questions, now's a good time to ask, because I do not need to trade anymore. I reached my goal for the day. We're all trying to hit what we call levels. So now's a good time for, I guess, Chris, you could open the floor if anybody got any specific questions. Oh, wait, I see somebody. If you can trade what you see here, you can trade anything. Correct. So Chris put that in. Oh, and you could trade anything. Like we trade the NASDAQ, but you can literally trade anything with this system.
So quick question,
Doesn't matter what it is.
Real, you and I have known each other for about 20 years, so I call you Real. So, I mean, I hear everyone else either calling you Ty or Ty Real. So when I say Real, I'm actually referring to Ty.
Correct.
Real quick, I think it was Dante early. No, I think you earlier mentioned about.
I'm so mad I didn't
how
stay in that trade. I'm sorry, Chris. God.
you actually look at, the chart itself for a beginner. How important is doing any type of research at all?
Well, we trade what we see. So when we don't go really researching what the companies are, what they're doing, I could care less. I'm gonna trade whatever the chart gives me, right? So right now we have what you see, this white line right here. This is my 30-minute key line. If you notice, I don't know if you guys have ever really seen anyone trade like this, the way we trade, with all these different colors, but we trade zones and key lines. So right now what we have is a break of our 30-minute key line. And we're just looking to see if we could get a pattern off of it in our 15 or 5-minute. And I might place another trade at $1 just to kind of see you guys. So right now what we have is a break of what we could call a key line. So we're waiting to see what's going to happen when that, what time is it? It's 10:43. So by 11 o'clock, we want to see where this candle closes. If it closes under this key line, we're going to, man, what did I just do? Oh man, Keith, you already know I'm tight. We wait for what we call a break and retest. So depending on where this candle closes, this 30-minute candle closes. Hold on, that's a 5-minute. Sorry. Here we go. This is a 30-minute key line where you see this white line. So pretty much it broke this key line.
And just to add to that, as far as research goes, we get intimate with our pair is what Chris calls it. So we know what time the pair has volume, how it moves. If it moves during the London session at nighttime, in the morning during New York, the price action patterns that it gives. I noticed that some pairs like to give certain patterns more versus in others. So we get to know our pair. The NAS is something that I became intimate with. BTC is something that I became intimate with. It's almost like a relationship that you have with that pair. You know what it does, what it does in the morning, what it wants to do. So we constantly watch our charts is what we do as far as research. We put in our key lines in there. We see what it does in the evening. When we wake up in the morning, what it does. So we're constantly watching that pair. I kind of like to stalk it in a sense and know everything that it's doing, almost like a partner or a significant other, where you just know what they like to do, when they like to do it, and how they like to do it. So that's basically our research, aside from learning, some of the books that are on the Bulls and Bears trading website. We do the naked Forex trading. So that's some part of our research that we do. So it's just basically knowing the system that Bulls and Bears teaches, because I know me as a new trader, there was a lot of people just saying a lot of different things, or a lot of ways people do it. As far as trading, you could trade many, many, many different ways. So I thank Brother Dante and Chris for just coming up with a system. They have back tested everything. They know that it works, it's successful. So one of the hardest things is just discipline, just sticking to the rules and what they say needs to be done, and taking patterns off of the key lines, and just basically following the rules is one of the hardest part of trading, just being disciplined and the whole psychology of it. Just being able to trust the system, that when it does give you a price action pattern to either take it up or to the downside, you trust it and you go ahead and take that trade based on the rules that they taught us and they teach us. If you stay disciplined and you follow the rules, you'll be successful at bullion trading, and you don't deviate from what is taught. They were saying, we don't use any indicators. We trade naked, and it makes the chart nice and simple. So with the internet and everything else and YouTube, it's just a whole bunch of information out there. And I caught myself going into the deep end, or diving into the deep end. Okay, what else is there? Because I really love to learn that, and I like knowledge. So okay, what are this indicator? What is this? And I soon found out that let me just stick to what they are teaching me. Let me just stick to supply and demand. Let me just stick to my key lines, to my price action patterns, and taking those trades off of the time chart that is being taught to me. And I have been successful just by having discipline.
Well said, Daniela.
Yes.
Keith, what you looking at?
Thank you, Daniela.
You're welcome.
Keith.
Hey, real quick.
Yeah.
What's I know this is mainly for beginners. A question perhaps that could be out there. When in you're trading on what right now, NASDAQ?
Correct.
Okay, so trade on NASDAQ in comparison to, if you make an individual trade with like some other company, how do they correlate to each other's for what you're showing here, and then in making individual trades with other companies?
We're trading the NASDAQ 100, which is the top 100 companies. But like I said, everything that we trade, our trading style can be used on anything. So I see somebody has a question saying if it's their first introduction into trading, what should they do next? They should log on to the Bulls and Bears trading group website and register, and then we'll direct you from there on how to get your first steps into trading and watching what videos you need to watch in order.
So once again, like Tyrell said, we are intraday traders. So we're not having any stocks or any money into any company, or let's say crypto. I don't hold any actual BTC or any Bitcoins. What I'm doing is trading. I am taking trades, whether the market goes up or down, it doesn't matter. Whether the value of Bitcoin goes up, it doesn't matter. I'm trading price action patterns and taking that in the direction that I've been taught to, and making money off of it. And that's just basically it. So it is different. And as a beginner trader, you have to find your style, whether you're an intraday trader, whether you're taking trades off of the 5-minute chart, the 15-minute chart, or whether you're in there a little longer. It also depends on the size of your account that you have. So we don't hold any stocks or any interest in any particular company or any pair. We just intraday trade, and the beauty of it, like I said, is that you could either buy or sell. It doesn't matter what it does that day. We're still making money off of it regardless.
Correct. So, and then one other thing, just you're going to learn about zones and key lines. So we trade zone to zone for the most part. So if you look at right here, we are really expecting price to come down to this blue line. That's what we're anticipating for the day. But in between there, you're going to have pullbacks. So we make points, get out the trade. Some people like, I don't know if Daniela, you go zone to zone? Or is that Stephanie?
I don't. I have been just catching my points because
Yeah. So where's Keith at? I need Keith. Keith's in a trade. When you don't hear somebody, they're in a trade. Any other questions, guys?
Hey, this is Brendan. I trade with Bulls and Bears. If you look at the chart, you would notice that the market did our classic, the zone to zone move this morning. It took had a little pullback in there, but it went 30-minute zone to 30-minute zone. If you could have stood the pullback, you would have got 60 points straight up.
Facts. My 30 minutes on. Yeah, I didn't get the drawing. Man, why do I keep doing that? I didn't get to drawing my 30-minute zone when I was doing this because I'm trading. I'm actually sharing on this, but I'm trading on another computer. So what I'm waiting for now is for this 30-minute candle to close below this key line. This white line is my 30-minute key line. Waiting for price to close under it. Why do I keep doing it? Sorry about that. All right. So what we're anticipating is what we call a break and retest, where price breaks out 30-minute key line, retest back to the key line, gives us a what we call a PAP, price action pattern, for us to take it hopefully back to the downside in anticipation of a price dropping to this daily key line right here, this blue line right here. The green is my daily zone. Up in here, you got my 4-hour zone. Hold on, this is Dante. Hold on.
Daniela, are you still on? I think she logged off.
Guys, make sure that if you're joining the website that you do join the Telegram group as well, because it kind of work with each other. It's kind of hard to communicate with you just through the website. If you
Chris, is that you? Chris, I think you're breaking up.
So please join the Telegram.
Chris Holt, was that you?
Well, so that when
Chris, you're breaking up, Chris.
you can submit those. And if my internet voice is going in, that's because
you're coming in clear now. Nina, to answer your question about purchase and trade for its crypto or purchase and hold, that's solely going to be on you as an individual. what you have in. You know, a while back, for instance, you know, if you had got in with Dogecoin, since Real used that as an example earlier, you know, a couple years ago, you would have gotten in at, first off, you would have heard people say, "Nah, don't get in it at all. You're wasting your money." But if you had gotten in about 2 years ago, maybe as early as late as a year and a half, you would have gotten in at about 0.0039 or something like that. And you know, now it's at what, 50 cents or so. So that was a purchase and hold situation. So it really depends on you as an individual investor. The important part also, as far as with crypto, is the platform you actually use. You know, these guys on here are professionals. Um, they prefer not to use any of the apps, but if you choose to use an app, you know, like the either Robinhoods or the Cash Apps, you know, those are simply trades. You're not necessarily having crypto in your actual wallet. So, you know, you may want to take a look at some of the reputable crypto wallets that are out there to really own the currency itself. But that's solely up to you as an individual. But yeah, great question though. It's solely up to each individual about how they want to purchase and trade or purchase and hold.
Excuse me, Terrell.
All right, I'm back.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm back.
Hey, Terrell, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, how you doing? This is Derek Tate from SMT. I just want to thank you for inviting me. The knowledge and the wisdom and the terminology is something that we speak clearly, and we speak the same language as far as the information that's inside the candle.
Got you.
Yeah. I do somewhat of the same teaching in my platform. It's either the count is going one or two ways, and the count of that candle starts at one area and ends in another area that create points or pips. The same terminology of, like, we don't trade the news, we trade entry. Period. They don't care what chart it is and what it is, what stock it is, what currency, what crypto or whatever it comes out. It's all about that candle and that direction of the supply and demand of that. So the class was brilliant, man. I appreciate you for inviting me.
Nah, it's love. So so this could be a little overwhelming because we're really, like, this is our job, so to speak, right? So we're trying to, like, shoot out information at the same time, but there's literally no way for you to learn this in a day. That's why, you know, we keep urging you guys to go over to the Bulls and Bears trading group, register, so you can learn what the key line is, you can learn what a zone is, you can learn about the different patterns. You'll also learn some of the candlesticks. This was more for you guys to just see a group of people that's actually trading live, making money while we're doing it, because there's just so many people out there claiming to be gurus. I've met so many people that are business gurus and never owned the business. And it's just like, it's just baffling me how people are able to do that. Like, you got all these business teachers and nobody's actually ever owned a business. I just don't get how people get away with that. So I just wanted you guys to be able to see this is a group that's really actually trading. Our members are actually in there trading with us, making money. We're calling out trades. We're calling out things we see. And it's just real fun. And pretty much by 11 o'clock, we're mostly done for the day. doing. I guess everybody's, they got different things that they do. Me and Dante like to take trips. So we be texting each other, yo, where we going? And we're all going to be going to Aruba to celebrate Jason's retirement. So that's pretty much it, guys. I'm about to go have lunch. So if anybody don't have any other questions, don't forget, you can log on to the Bulls and Bears trading group. And like I said, we do this for free. So take advantage of it.
Thanks, Real. So we're only about, if there not any other questions, we had this until about another 30 minutes. We'll go ahead and call it a day. We will, you can follow up either with this particular video, with a link that we're going to email you, and also, but better than that, you've also been invited to be a part of Bulls and Bears trading. So log on to the website and register with your email address. And then, as Chris Holt mentioned, follow them on their platform of Telegraph, excuse me. Well, you get your instant messaging there. So, Real, man, I appreciate you. Are there
That's
any
love.
questions?
It's love. It's love.
All right, perfect.
Let's see any other questions. So, sure, we really took this for. Could have took this for. 218 points. All right, so it doesn't seem like anybody got any questions. So, I'm glad Chris put that in there. Join the Telegram. All the information is free, and it'll make more sense. And we have classes where we really take our time to explain it. Live trading is we just in there trying to make our money for the day, but we just really want you guys to see it happening live. But when you join the classes, Jason and myself and Chris and all the other guys, we really take our time to make sure you understand it. All right. Well, I don't see any other questions.
And as Real often use this because it's so dynamic. Don't kill your goals, execute them.
Oh yeah. So my mantra is don't kill your dreams, execute them.
Oh, don't kill your dreams. Gotcha.
Yeah, don't kill your dreams.
I switched it out and say goals.
I'm gonna leave y'all with my theme song for the morning.
All right, we're about to log off. Thanks.
Peace out.
All right.